And welcome into Making Sense. Well, it's a brand new year, brand new administration, and you're saying, okay, I've got my retirement, or maybe I'm looking forward to retirement. What can I do to prepare myself? Should it be stocks? What should it be? We brought in today Brandt McDonald, the president of McDonald Hagen Wealth Management, 28 years in the business.
Right.
And when you get past 30, you can start to gray out, buddy. I'll tell you.
It's coming in a little bit.
I was like you. I did okay till after 30.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, bingo, one morning you wake up.
Hey, at least you have your hair. I'm losing mine.
Are you losing? That's the truth. Well, Brandt, over the past few weeks, we've looked at different assets as far as money is concerned. But for a lot of our people, they're either, it's called the time of your life, and they're getting to the point where they're either looking at retirement, or maybe they're retired and going, oh, did I plan well enough that I have enough? There's some hints you can give our viewers there.
Yeah, so first of all, I think it's important just to talk about the landscape that we're in right now. This is a major change. It's a huge shift in public policy.
Huge.
You think about 8 years under George Bush, okay, who really, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't that great, in my opinion. I mean, there were some things that he did. I'm a true free market capitalist,
right.
And when it comes to economics, I'm conservative. I'm a Milton Friedman kind of guy. George Bush didn't follow those tenets, in my view. So we had 8 years of really sort of just politics as usual, and then under Obama, here's a man who comes in the middle of the worst financial crisis we've had since 1929, and he's grappling with all of that, but he's not a businessman.
Right.
He wasn't a businessman. He was a policymaker, an ideologue who surrounded himself with the same kind of folks.
People.
Now things got stabilized, but we've had paltry growth, sub 2% year-over-year GDP growth.
Right.
And the same thing's been happening all over the world. China's had its issues. The European Union is struggling. And now we're seeing a backlash, not just by people here in the U.S., but people all over the world.
Yeah.
Case in point, the Brexit vote. The British people said we're sick and tired of these bureaucrats in Germany and in France telling us how we're going to maintain our own immigration policy or our own trade policies. And so they said, we're getting out. So they left the European Union. That was huge.
That was.
Then you saw the Italian referendum vote, which was the first shot at them possibly leaving the EU sometime this year. Then we saw Trump shock everyone. This is a guy who is the apprentice, for crying out loud.
Right.
I mean, he's never been in politics, and no one thought that he could actually pull this off, but he did it. It's because I always say, there's that in the Bible it talks about this, that the truth will always come out.
Yes.
It always comes out, and in this case, it came out at the dining room table or the living room table, the dinner table for families all across America who said, "I've had it with all of these people arguing in Washington, and nothing's getting done." And now we have the French election coming up with Le Pen.
Yes.
She is leading, and boy, I'll tell you what.
She's the female Trump.
She is.
Yes.
And if she wins, France is probably leaving the European Union. So there are a lot of things going on. There's sort of this tectonic shift that's happening in terms of ideology and what people of the world are willing to tolerate and not tolerate. Quite simply, I view it as they just want freedom and they want prosperity in their life.
Yes.
And they want bureaucrats and these politicians to get out of their life.
Absolutely.
And it's happening all over the world. So with that as a backdrop, I believe in this. I do. I think that when you unleash the real raw power of freedom and free markets and true capitalism all over the world, you're going to see conditions where people will come out of poverty, and you'll see an incredible age of growth with even newer technologies and just robust growth around the world. So I believe that if you're someone who is saving for retirement, you want to be a part of that. And I think index investing, using low-cost index funds, working with a planner or a firm like ours is really important, because you want to marry a lot of things together. You want to marry the global economic picture with an investment program and portfolio that matches your risk profile and what your personal goals and objectives are. But then also what happens in the event of death, legacy planning, and all of these things go together, and it has to be really well thought out.
Brent, we appreciate it. You've been here for the past 4 weeks. We got a lot of great information, and we need to let our viewers know that it is McDonald Hagen Wealth Management.
Right.
If you want to give them a call, obviously the first visit's free.
Yes.
Obviously, I mean,
Yeah.
and of course they're going to give you the straight shot.
Right.
And let you know.
Well, we have a great team. We think we have a great team of folks. So,
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks, Jack.
And just remember this, it's your retirement. Take good care of it. Keep your eye on it. And we'll be right back right after this.